Good morning. This is Eris Estrella Storm Peace. Drinking coffee. Settling in, thinking about Scorpio. Scorpio. In order to do real shadow work, you have to allow yourself to go through the muck, which means the phases are not going to be pretty. It's not going to be marketable. It's not going to look good. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to be worked through. Sorry about my slurp. Oh my god. Alright, microphone. Leaf shade cradled, yarn intertwined. Is it an attachment? Or are you connected to something more? Something further ahead? You, sacral, was upside down. A time to give rather than to take? What are you taking? Energy, sacral energy. Do you sense the shadows of others' self-esteem? The leaf shade was shade, it was cradled, now unfurls. One fewer microstand, here it is, in the ocean, out of the ocean. Earth's grip return. What about your own sacral? Work through your fears. Here's Scorpio. Os, mouth, the power of word. And the power to speak up. Perhaps about the fluctuations of shadow work in the shadow. Destiny on the bottom. The world serpent. So the fears in your subconscious, it's 12 static needs. You're protected as you work on them. It's time to take action. Bring love to the situation. This is how you heal the shadows. Take time to breathe out. It is through the breath. And keep the waters calm, as you are still at the same time outside of your comfort zone. In the chaos, in the waves. Again, you are protected and you are loved. Adjustments are required in the void seed, the os. What is the attachment? Adjustment in the core. Perhaps. Third quarter moon. So what is unfurled? The win-win outcome and the treadle footsteps. How do we get there? How does Scorpio get there? You have to allow yourself to unfurl. Unfurl. The shadows are in the curl. You have to unfurl. I'm just remembering from a dream some sights. It's all vague. This is a vague recall again, but I am remembering some parts of it where it was kind of on like a mountainside, and there was these little cliffs and canals through the rocks in the mountains that I was going through, crawling through, some hiding. There was something I hid from as it passed. I just went through these, but I didn't actually look at them. I wasn't actually reading them, as I did that just now. Eye hole of a needle, needle mend in the shadows. Through the eye of the needle is the wealth, livestock. That is you can burst out free the offerings in the subconscious. That's where the fruit is. That is in your shadows. Illuminated. Gathering sap and passion. Again, the power of and frequencies of love are related to that passion, birthright, first flow. It's like a reclamation in the illumination. So what was still cradled? Water meadow ignite. The seed is sprouting in the fire. Personal issue reaches resolution in the present moment of the fire. With the fire, like staring into the fire. In the present moment. The resolve. How can you give? The present moment is the closest moment to the new bud, to the new beginning, the sprout. You have to be willing to say no to the internal corruption that scourges. It's like you have to spell yourself a reminder that the prosperity you need and seek is forward, not in the past. Look at the bigger picture. Don't let your past hold you back. Confirmation. Hell returning light, alchemize. This is the sprouting practice. In context, the hangman and the hermit in hangman illuminating what is unseen in the subconscious, in the unconscious. Context, bigger picture. What do you need to release? Double Capricorn moon cards. Your hard work's paying off and the end of a tough cycle approaches. What do you need to release? Your hard work is paying off. Letting go of the past. Surrender. It says surrender to the divine, but I'm hearing a correction. Surrender with the divine. This is how it begins. Again, 12th house. This is very fitting to the 12th house theme. Surrender with the divine. Like a beginning. Again and again. How to get yourself unstuck. If you begin, you can have you need momentum, which means you need to start. Break it free. Snowball effect of your own journey. Snowball your own journey. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let the shadow lies destroy what you, at the same time, the reason you feel so much of that inverted shadow is because you care about, let's say, yourself, your inner child, your loved ones in general, the people around you. Again, the snowball. Here's that win-win again. The treadle steps unfurl with the shadows. Hermit upside down. You cannot tame the truth. The truth is not something that can be contained, hidden. Perhaps this is also telling me it's like life finds a way. The truth finds a way. Even through this shadow storm you may be in or work through, it brings forth all sorts of truths, whether you like them or not, untamable. But the weird practice is the path. Reclaim bliss, the comfort. It is a practical plan. Reclaiming self, reclaiming self-worth. You are good enough. So what's up? Very close to achieving your goal. Healing that inner troll. The mirror. You can see the distortions in the warped mirror. You can hold your vision. You can see through the distortion. You can see how your light is being distorted by the mirror that is distorted. Believe in the impossible, Scorpio. Especially when it feels like smelting your own internal sorrow feels impossible. Whether we like it or not, that's when we shine. Perseverance. Alright, Scorpio. Let's actually look at some cards like this. 16 minutes. Alright, Scorp. The magic is in hand. Queen of Pentacles. Here's the Seeker. Both ways is upright. As the Seeker is also the Hangman. Inside and out. Young and old. Time, non-linear, especially in the subconscious. Okay. Four of Swords, Crescent Moon. The improbability. And here's 9 of Cups. Slim chance of restoring peace. But the magic is here. And the Queen of Pentacles. She knows how to work with her own gear. Here's the Ace of Pentacles and the individuation. She has her method. She knows it. What is hidden can be celebrated. Because it can be spelled. You can identify your emotional conflict. You can work with your waters in the ocean. Temperance, gentleness, balance. 10 of Pentacles with the contentment. You baby step your way, perhaps, but the world, the cycles of these issues you work with, the synchronicities, letting go. Emperor, 6 of Cups. Again, gentleness coming to mind. You can adapt with the scourge of the void mind. And that is your craft. So, Seeker, how about you sit upright? You've got your magic. You can feel it. You can feel it working. You're persevering. How appropriate. Yeah. Primordial powers. Scorpio. Primordial elements, especially working with the subconscious dreamland. I hope you are able to keep track of your dreams. I hope you have a dedicated place to put it, your dreams. Piece of paper. I've got a typewriter that I use for that, dedicated for dreams. It's fun that way. And also it has a spot. So I can there's fewer steps between coming out of dreamland and putting it into dream log. Anyway, magic potential. Scorpio. 10 of Pentacles with the fire. Your transformation of the unconscious. The full burden, the full pain. Wow. You can work with the synchronicities. They work with you because they are you, and at the same time it's just a map, an interface. Sorry, I'm laughing because I heard a little voice in the side of my head saying, "In your face." You can work with the synchronicities. High Priestess, 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Sorry, I just got distracted. I think a leaf fell past a window and there was a shade on the wall with it. It looked larger than it was. Excuse me, Scorpio. But the shadow looks larger than it is. It wants to manifest nothing. That is part of the self-sabotage challenge, but you can overcome it by your power of spell. It wants to hold on. You can get it unstuck. It wants to let crumble. Enemies. I always see her as Pallas Athene. It's one of those things, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Anything else for Scorpio? Every day is forgotten. Practice. Routine. Psychic routine. Internal. What's the was I don't know what the term is. Routine with the subconscious, the inner world. Inner navigation. Fire and water. Boiling your Ace of Cups. Like boiling water to rid itself of unhealthy bacteria. Temperance, again, coming to mind and in hand, because, yeah. Okay. Do you know how to work with the myths to work with your own subconscious? Do you know how to do it sincerely? Imagination in the hair. Runes for you, Scorp. you next time.